shoes. So the right one is obviously labeled right. You're just going to match it up so the holes do slide onto the brackets. You'll notice that on the base there is a spot for the shoe to slide onto like that, so it actually stays in a perfect position. You're going to do the same thing with the left shoe, making sure that it perfectly slides onto that bracket. Mine actually looks like it was drilled pretty good because these both fit pretty seamlessly. You can obviously adjust it once we add on the bucket. Next up, you're going to take the upper support poles and snap lock these on, matching B to B on the poles that we added on before, just like this. Very simple snap lock, and these seem like they're actually drilled pretty good. Of course, as soon as I say that, this one doesn't go. There we go. Snap lock these on. Now we can take the pants with the waist loop and add these on, and hopefully you can see that okay on camera. There is a front sticker on the front of the pants, so you know which way to put them. You're just going to take these and put them over. It's honestly super easy. Look at that. Just slide these over the poles. Because of that pre-built-in waist loop, they already have their shape to them. Cotton Candy Dan's legs, which is always awesome. Just makes it so much easier to slide these on. So you're just going to put these right over top of the poles, making sure that you can see the top of the poles inside of the pants, just like that. Now we're going to add on the main module with the control box. This you're just going to match C to C with the poles that we just added on before. Sometimes it's easier to do one snap lock before the other when you're adding these parts on, and a little bit of pushing to make sure that the snap locks do line up, but you will get it eventually, just like that. Turn it around, make sure the snap lock goes through, and you're ready to go. Now we're going to pull Cotton Candy Dan's pants up, and you're going to see the brackets that are coming from the waist loop. You're just going to slide these right into the holes that are coming from the piece on the module so that his pants are pulled up. Now we can go ahead and attach the most important part, Cotton Candy Dan's head and his body, with the arms attached, and this is just going to slide onto the pole from the control box piece, and you're going to snap lock it in, making sure that it is secure. Something I want to add for that step is that on mine, the little folding plastic piece that's meant to be used to undo the snap lock was actually pushed in already, I guess through shipping. So if the same thing happens to yours, make sure you pull it backwards so that the snap lock can actually go in for attaching the body. For these next couple of steps, you're first going to remove the pin that is on the base for Cotton Candy Dan, taking off the cotter pin that's holding it in and the actual pin itself. Put it off to the side for a second. You don't need it right now. You can now add on the bucket, and the way you're going to do this is that there's actually a little opening inside, kind of like on the floor of the bucket, if you will, and you're going to slide that little hole. It's kind of more like a rectangle shape. You're going to match it up so that the hole slides onto the little circle shape that we just pulled the pin from. Just a note that I wanted to add here, I actually made a mistake during this step of the setup. If you notice that little opening, that is the square shape on the bucket itself, that is supposed to be facing backwards as it's where the wires go. So when you're doing this, make sure that square is facing towards the back of the animatronic, and then you can put the pin back in to secure the bucket in place. Now you're going to take the bigger pin out that is actually in the mechanism part of the cotton candy bucket. You'll know that it's different because obviously it is a bigger pin. Put this one off to the side. Now you can take Jim's head, which has the cotton candy on it with the mechanism on the bottom. You're going to slide this into the spot for it to go with the bottom mechanism that is already built into the bottom of the cotton candy bucket. You're going to slide it in as far as it'll possibly go. And then you're going to take the pin that we took out, slide it back into the hole that it was before, and make sure that it fully goes through the pole that has Jim's head on it, and then secure it with the little cotter pin. While you're in the cotton candy bucket, you can go ahead and connect some of the wiring that is down here for the mechanism, and one of those wires is F, so make sure you connect them matching F to F. Now we can finish assembling the cotton candy stick, so you're going to take one of these smaller pieces here, and snap lock it in. It is labeled G at the bottom with a sticker, as the top of Jim's head is labeled as G, so that's just going to connect right like that. Then you're going to take the upper part that actually has Cotton Candy Dan's hands on it, and you're going to push it right into what we just assembled, matching each to each. For the next step, you're going to take all of the wires that are coming from the inside of the cotton candy bucket that aren't yet plugged in, so anything that isn't F, and you're going to run it out of the little square hole that is drilled into the back of the cotton candy bucket. From there, you're going to run it up Cotton Candy Dan's pant leg so that it comes up where you'll be able to connect it to the control box There's kind of like a lot of wire, so it may take a little bit of time, but make sure you get them all up the pant leg so it looks nice. And once you've taken all of the wires from the inside of the cotton candy bucket and threaded them out the little hole, up the pant leg, to the control box, connected them, and connected all of the wires that are from the head to the control box as well, you are officially finished assembling your Cotton Candy Dan animatronic. From here, all you have to do is plug in the adapter. Technically, before you plug in the adapter, you should fix them up a little bit, play with the hair, and get them looking exactly how you want.